Hey everyone, we're going to walk through the steps of the picket fence free fall lab. So the first thing you are going to want to do is, I'm going to show you the couple of pieces of equipment you're going to use. The first one is the vernier photo gate. So this is a great tool that you can use if you're trying to pick up some quick motion. There's a beam of light that goes through here. Anytime it's blocked or it's open, it's going to take a measurement depending on the setting that you use. It's connected to a right angle clamp. That right angle clamp is going to sit very nicely right over here on my very tall ring stand, so you can't see the whole thing. Sometimes we're going to use the picket fence to find velocity of a smaller object, and then that's when you use the little teeny tiny photo gate ring stand. But since we're dropping a picket fence, we need to use this instead. And you might think, well, what kind of crazy picket fence are we using? This is a physics picket fence. So here it has alternating bands of opaque black and transparent stuff, and so anytime, and it's very skinny, so air resistance is going to be fairly minimal here. Anytime the light is blocked on the picket fence by one of these bands, it's going to take a measurement. And so that's going to allow us to figure out the velocity. We also have meter stick. I'm going to use this meter stick, and I want to set it so that my photo gate's exactly 1 meter here. So adjusted that so I have my meter stick. So next I'm going to show you how to connect this device. This is called the Lab Quest 2. You're going to be using this in a lot of your labs. So at the very top, there's a couple of spots, then a little cover. It says dig 1 and dig 2. If you open this up, there's a little spot, little ports for plugging things in. And so I'm going to come over here, grab my photo gate, and it's going to fit right here. I'm picking dig 1. That's my digital port. So click that in. It's going to fit nicely. There's also non-digital ports right here. These are the channel ports. If they don't fit there, then they fit into the other side. Okay, so it'll only fit one way. Now, the photo gate is not automatically set up. Some of your motion sensors and some of your sensors will be automatically set up. So I'm going to, I don't know how well you can see this. Oh, there we go. So here, if you take a look at this file option, so we're going to say file. Oh, I lied. It's a sensor. It's a sensor function. And what I want to do is I want to go to sensor setup. So I'm going to click on sensor setup. And what I want, it gives me a list of all of my available ports there. I hope you can see that. So here, now under dig 1, it says no sensor because it didn't automatically detect it. I need to tell it that we have a photo gate. So I've selected photo gate there. So then you're going to hit OK. So now it's telling me right now it's unblocked. So that right now I've got the beam of light going from one side to the other. No blocking. Now if I put my hand in between there, let's see. Blocked. There you go. So it's going to measure that blocked and unblocked. So that's a quick way you can see if it's working correctly. But right now it doesn't know how you are measuring this. So we need to go back to sensors. And there is a data collection option. I'm trying to get the glare off. Data collection option. So pick that. Now it's asking me what is happening with my motion. So it says, I know you have photo gate, but what kind of motion? So luckily you may be able to see this. See how the very first option, it has a vernier picket fence as the first option. It's already selected. So since I'm using the picket fence, I'm going to keep it right there. And I'm going to hit OK. We can also do this with other devices. We can actually manually type in the width of it, how big that is. So if we had like a little steel ball bearing, or if we had anything, we could actually say, hey, it's this big, and it'll automatically do our velocity calculations. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to start collecting data. So in my picket fence, I've got my LabQuest connected to my photo gate. And so what I want to do is I'm going to drop I'm going to try to do this from the same height every time. So the very top of this. And I'm going to drop it so that when it falls through, it's going to block and unblock my little sensor. And it knows exactly how many slots this has, so it will automatically start and stop. So let me go ahead and, I should say, there's two ways you can start the data collection. There's a little green arrow right down here. You can tap that, or you can also hit this little, looks like a little play button here. So I'm going to hit play. And now it's collecting data. It's looking for data. See the little whirly things? Now, it won't start collecting data until I drop this. So let me hold it right here, and boom. There we go. So here now I have a beautiful graph. I have two graphs. So my very first, I'm trying to get the glare off. Oh, there it goes. So the very top one has my position versus time data. My bottom one has velocity versus time data. And it starts and stops with each one of those black to translucent or transparent sections there on my picket fence. So really I have, you can see how many pieces of data. So for each run, it's collecting, let's see, off, on, off, on, off, off, on. So 1, 2, 3, 7 pieces of data. So we're getting 7 measurements for our for that particular drop. So next, I know that was really hard to see. So what I've done is I've taken 6 runs of this, saved all of my data, and then you're gonna record the data from the next video. And let me know if you have any questions. You'll do this in lab many, many, many times. Have a great day. Bye.